So from Hearts of Hope, we have Coach Dramani and then NASCO man of the match, Ali Mohammed to speak to us. We take their questions and questions after. Coach, a point gain at home. Share with us your view of this.
I think that is a game that we prepare to try to keep our consistency in terms of having the desire to win and then more importantly playing what we know what to do and then also respecting what the opponent has and then but I think that we still need to improve on decision making in some key moments of the game that we have always been speaking about and then I think that we should have converted our dominance in positional awareness into creation of more chances and then playing with the right agency and playing with the right energy and purpose. So I think that in that stance, I think that we look very disappointing because we really need to be consistent in winning ways, and that is the best way to be able to put pressure on the league leaders and wait for the right moment.
Coach, your fans came into this game with high hopes, and they are going back crestfallen. What do you have for them?
I think that we were very positive, and we had the right planning, we had the right awareness in terms of how the game was going to go, but I think that we know we disappointed them, but they should keep supporting us. We surely know that we need to improve on so many things and then we need to go together.
Coach, you saw your striker, Issa, a few occasions came to the left side and was dangerous and catching the eye. This is the time that can adjust his position to strike from the wings.
I think that is not the most important aspect. The most important aspect is the decisions we make in key moments of the game, and every part of the pitch that you operate on, it is all about the decisions that you make, and I think that we need to continuously work to improve on decisions. We were trying, so many aspects just to try to open up the opponents and then trying to create some moments where we can score and I know the opponents sat back, but sometimes we could have also lost because playing with against such opponents, you might think that you are dominating and then you leave gaps behind you and then they can exploit that gap and then the work becomes even more tedious. So it's our players are free to make such moves, Sometimes I need not to tell you go here, go there, but it's positional awareness. And so once you can switch, while you're switching into the 9th position and then I'm just switching to the left position, it's all about the responsibilities that you need to execute in wherever you find yourself. We're just making the right moves so that we can have an antidote to their sitting back or parking the bus and then waiting to hit us in the transition.
Yeah, Coach, your opponent just left here and he confirmed his game plan was to come for a draw, and that has worked for him.
You can say that it's normal.
And what I saw is that this is one of the matches that the opponent goalkeeper was not really threatened, and it has been like that with always talk about. What is really going on? What's the approach to ensure that this thing will end in any time soon?
We just have to. It will not be soon. We just have to continue working and then to improve in making decisions in key moments. Because at a point in front of goal, you saw Rafael getting the ball in front of the goal. Instead of taking the touch and making a shot at goal, what did he do? He took his touch backwards. And so football is about a game of risk and a game of purpose. And so you need to make the right decisions. That's why I keep saying every week out, I speak about decision making. The decision making is not a big dictionary that you need to go and check and then find what it means. It just means that the game of football is all about timing and space. So in each time you find yourself in a space, the decision you make in those moments is where you can make the right inputs and then you'll be more purposeful. And so it's a work in progress. We will not stop, even if we're scoring 5, 6, 7, we will not stop working. We will continue working. And I believe that once we improve in decision making, some of these things will be warranted.
Okay, coach, Mami Bisa, we Abrante a friend was Yasma. Was a someone by and we said we take a lot of spaces opponent half. And in the second half, he's the only player or more shot on target. I didn't know who keeping or bench for so long.
You can't play more than 11 players. What do you mean keeping more than 11 players? You cannot start substituting players just like that. You know, for all you know, you have just few training sessions, and so we could just have him maybe 15 minutes to 20 minutes in the game. And so, Tama Yedin is the right time to bring him. We couldn't have brought him. We couldn't have started him, or we couldn't have brought him earlier on the time he came. The time he came was the right time. I think that we had challenges in terms of the substitution. There was something that happened that at the time we wanted to bring him in because we wanted to bring him just for shooting because he can shoot, and so that was the purpose. Because we're too fed up with just the players who will just be passing. No, we wanted someone who can just shoot, and that's what we brought.
Coach, what would you say about your defender's performance today?
That's his responsibility. His responsibility is to perform. He has no alternative than to perform. And I didn't expect him to perform even higher. We set standards, and then we even expect them to set even higher standards. So I think that for me, that is what he's supposed to be doing. But not only in a game of this kind. In every game that he plays, he has to come out and stops. That is why when I had the opportunity, I just thought that a player of his caliber should be the one that we should have. So for me, the standard is to perform at the highest level and stay consistent.
Your number one started from the bench today. The fans kept asking, any reason?
There's no reason. It's just to deload and then to also give Solomon the minutes. If we were in the FA Cup, then Solomon would have been playing in the FA Cup games. But there's a need for you to deload Benjamin after 3-4 games, and you deload him so that you can build a very strong culture within our goalkeeping department.
Can you share with us your next game?
Oh, I think that this one is over, and so our focus will be in our next game. And then I think it's early days here. We need to reflect on this one and then pick the lessons from this one, and also look at the strengths that we had in this game, and then also think about the challenges and then the learnings from this game. And that will propel us to our next game.
But the fans in Kumasi will be expectant. Anything to share with them?
I think that it's still very early days yet, and whether we like it or not, Sunday surely will come. That Sunday will be on the 15th, right? 15th will surely come, so you should just be patient. When we hit that week, then we start talking about that week.
Are you going to give them a post-Valentine present?
I'm not so good in these festivities, and then I think that we are very positive in our approach. We just need to reflect from these moments. It is always good to have good reflections, both on and off the squad, and then to be able to formulate the right strategies and then the right game approach.
Okay, Coach, Sarah House, Yokuma, Mutane now, so that Samui, she really numbers over. So you worry me exactly.